What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, the results of the election have led to some reverberations across the pop culture sphere a lot sooner than I thought, and there's some course correcting a lot sooner than I thought, including we're hearing rumblings over at Disney that they are struggling looking for conservatives in the company to try to have possible CEOs. Shocking, they got rid of all of them. And also, who remembers hearing Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? Moon Girl and Dinosaur is the one I remember hearing, and I was like, it looks stupid. And I remember we got sort of a trailer once upon a time. Well, apparently, because of the Trump election, this episode was going to be filled with trans stuff, and so it has been shelved. And he now, as this exclusive to Fandom Pulse, Marvel animation story artist complains Disney shelved trans propaganda Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur episode over Trump election win. By the way, I used to not like when people would call things trans propaganda or gender identity propaganda. Then I watched and covered Dragon Age Veilguard, and I was like, oh, this is gender identity propaganda. So I'm all right with the term now, because they don't even attempt to make things entertaining. It is literally just messaging aimed at your children or the unindoctrinated. Basically, unfortunately, I wish I could steel man it, but I can't. It is what it is. It is targeted propaganda. And so here it is. This is one of the first. This is Derek Malik Johnson. Of course, they're over there on Blue Sky, so they have their nice little echo chamber. So I guess I finally got hit with one of the projects episodes I worked on is getting shelved because of which party that won the recent election. Yeah, well, at least they're being polite on the way they phrase that. It breaks my heart knowing this impactful and amazing is now about to be considered a lost media episode. And so Fandom Pulse, holy shit, the title of the episode is actually called Gatekeepers, to show you how cringy it is. Okay, so they've got the episode. We're going to break through some of the stills. So in the episode, the characters complain that a coach of an opposing team is trying to get them disqualified for their volleyball game because of who they are. The main character, Brooklyn, causes controversy as a coach doesn't want him to play, presumably because he's a trans woman. He's a boy pretending to be a girl. This is their terminology. As they get trapped by the opposing coach, they start to complain about being discriminated against. It's filled with imagery of rainbow flags and one saying trans is beautiful as they pray. Yeah, there you can see stunning art. Absolutely great. Brooklyn eats orange slices, claiming they were the only light in the darkness of me having to play on the boys' team. Soon, the opposing coach traps them in a locker room, forcing them in the closet. No one tell her I'm non-binary. Her brain might explode, one of the characters says in a in a flamboyant voice, let's say. All of the team are of high melanation or a representation of LGBTQ lifestyles, while the coach is portrayed, of course, as a white woman who's angry. This is what we heard about Dragon Age, the Veilguard, where all of the heroes were of differing melanation, and then, of course, they were all the sexual identities under the sun, and all the villains were straight white people, men and women, though, at least. Hey, coach demands the main character Brooklyn set these things out, and then starts attacking him and locking him in a closet so they can't play the game. Meanwhile, the background is filled with LGBTQ themed imagery aimed at children, with their basketball team named the Squirrels and a poster saying pride. Look at this just beautiful, stunning animation. A character who seems to be the representation of a devil, red with evil appearing features, then appears to try to help the BIPOC LGBTQ kids. The woke writers tell on themselves with the evil. I don't know if that's supposed to be the devil, but that does look a little on the nose with the flaming goatee and the red skin. But maybe I'm just stereotyping. Oh, beautiful. That must be Brooklyn there in the middle with the facial hair. How many doors do I have to break through until they stop locking me out? Says Brooklyn. Meanwhile, her diverse team says, let us support you the way you support us in an attempt to represent allyship. I don't want to be a burden. Well, what has been can be unburdened by what was. Whatever the fuck she said. Exactly the way I felt when I asked people to use different pronouns for me. Do we get the idea? I can't imagine why this didn't come out on Disney Plus. I'm sure this would have been great. Yeah, super obvious propaganda in that one. In a video obtained, you can see here in March, said, I've had the privilege of working with Moon Girl team for the last 2 years. They're really open to exploring queer stories. I'm on the production side part of the work that I feel like I can put in is making sure that we take place in modern day New York. So there's gonna be naked people walking around, fucking attacking people or passing out on fentanyl. That's gonna be great. So I put together a tracker of our background characters to make sure that we have a full breadth of expression, meaning everyone but the you get it. We got into a very similar conversation. All of our gender non-conforming characters are in the background, so it's just a numbers game of how many LGBTQ characters you can have. Holy shit. The more centered the story is on the character, the more nuance you get into their story. So these are the people upset that this episode has been memory hold, and I just can't imagine why. Look at this, just beautiful artwork. Oh boy. Well, let me know what you think of this. Are you upset that you will not be getting to watch Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur? Oh boy, I'm so mad that the children won't get to see this. Anyway, let me know what you think about this one. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.